Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, where today we're going to take a look at what are some albums I'm kind of hoping for in 2025. So, obviously, we know there's some big ones coming out like Sleep Token, even in Arcadia. Bands have already been dropping some new songs. We have new Caliban to listen to. We've got, who else dropped recently? New Ye Banished Privateers. There's been new Within Destruction. New Elven King. There's been a lot, and we're only, 4 months in. So, some of the bands that I'm looking to see albums hopefully from this year are Sabaton. They're already teasing a new single called Templars, so I'm quite excited for that. Another one is Iceland Kills. It's been about 2 years since the Silver Scream Part 2, so I'm kind of hoping we're going to get some new music from them soon. They have started teasing something called the Slashing of Christ, or the Christ. So I don't know if that's a song, some other project, or what. But yeah. I had other names that I was thinking of just then, and I got sidetracked. We also do know there is a new Alestorm album coming out this year, so that was one that I was looking forward to, and then they announced it, confirming it. Yeah. So, like I said, we also had the new Architects album, which that came out before I was going to make this video because they were on my list. We also should, I believe, be getting a new Avatar album relatively soon. I'm not sure when. I'm assuming probably later in the year, knowing them. I believe there's supposed to be a new Motionless in White album in the works, which is slated, rumoured, whatever you want to call it, for this year. There's a couple others that obviously it would be cool, but you can never really tell. I'm currently just looking to see who has been like announced or not announced that they're dropping stuff. In terms of who's already dropped this year that I was excited for, which obviously wouldn't have made this list, we had Ginger's new album, Killswitch Engage dropped. Lacuna Coil are dropping an album this year. We had the Paleface album, which was a bit divisive. Spiritbox have dropped a new album this year, which was quite decent. Cradle of Filth, which is one that I've been keeping up to date on, but haven't listened to much more recently. So there's quite a lot in this early portion of 2025 that are dropping, and like a handful that we do know are supposed to drop. And like I said, there are other artists that I'm hoping to see something out of this year. Like, I feel like it's been a while since, maybe like a year or two since Asking Alexandria dropped. I wouldn't mind seeing something of them, but I know Danny's done a couple solo projects recently. Bavo Brides are teasing something. They're not somebody that, or not a band that I'm into as much anymore, even though I do still have posters of them up on my wall. I'm hoping for I want to say there's a new Bury Tomorrow album out this year, but I can't remember when their last album dropped. It's like, and I'm saying that because I was listening to one of their newer songs last night, and it was fucking great. Just looking around at all my different posters, trying to think who hasn't dropped in a while, you know. Because like, most of these people either aren't dropping albums anymore or have dropped recently, like Body Count, you know. Some of them are defunct bands. But yeah, like I said, I'd definitely say like Ink and Sabaton are two that I am the most excited for when they drop, because both of those bands are just easily ones I can listen to. I've also forgotten to mention we do have a new Volbeat album coming out this year that should be good. I've heard the 2 singles off of it so far. That is, they're good. I prefer one more so than the other, but you know, yeah. I would like some new Rob Zombie music. It's been a while since he's dropped an album, but I don't know if he's still doing it. So I'd like some new Hollywood Undead music. Like, they've dropped one single, but J3T has said they may not be doing albums anymore, so they might be doing EPs and singles and things, which, as somebody that just prefers to throw on an album when he's gaming or, you know, out in the car, I would prefer an album, but, you know, it's not my fucking choice. I feel like we've had Bring Me the Horizon last year, so that they're probably not going to drop for a while yet. I can remember the last time Trivium dropped an album. That must have been about a year or two ago, so some new Trivium would be kind of sick. See, I'm looking and I've got like Avenged Sevenfold. They dropped recently and I did not like their new sound. Like Rammstein, who I don't think they're going to be dropping anytime soon. And like, yeah, Slipknot ain't going to be dropping anytime soon. Frank Carter's band's fucking no longer, you know. Escape the Fate, they should be dropping an album soon, I would have thought. They've been teasing stuff. But then Craig, is it Escape the Fate or is it Dead Rabbits? Craig's other band that's dropping music. One of them is. Craig Mabbitt is dropping music in one of his projects. Let's just put it that way. I'll be interested to see how that goes, because the Dead Rabbits project, the last couple singles I heard from them, or songs that I heard from them, weren't mixed very well. One of them had fronds in it, and it sounded like it was mixed in like someone's bathroom. And you know, I say that as just a listener. I don't fucking know how to mix shit, so I can't really speak. We've got the Amity Affliction as well, who probably might drop something after the controversy with Aaron being kicked from the band. I wouldn't also be surprised to see Aaron himself drop something to try and combat that. Yeah. I was much more prepared for this video, and then as soon as I started it, everything's just gone like straight out of my head. But this is a discussion piece. This is supposed to be a bit more rambly, off the top of the dome. So, you know, it's not too bad. Sometimes it's just nice not to have a fully scripted out video. Another artist I was just thinking of that I wouldn't mind, I feel like we should be getting new music from soon, is probably Scarlord. I think he dropped last year though, but Scarlord does tend to drop multiple EPs and albums in a year, so I wouldn't be too shocked at that. Obviously we did have no, not Parkway Drive, new music from A Day to Remember. I would like some new Parkway Drive, actually, thinking about it. I feel like it's been a year or two since Parkway dropped. Just looking, yeah. Also, seeing Suicide Silence reminds me, we are also scheduled at some point to get All Shall Perish return, so we've got that to look forward to as well, with Eddie Hermida. and he's staying with Suicide Silence, so it would be interesting to see, because the last Suicide Silence album wasn't terrible. Did kind of end up just blending all together at one point, but it wasn't terrible. I did enjoy it. So there's two more bands that I would like to see stuff from. Obviously, we do also have a lot of different bands teasing comebacks. We've got I Killed the Prom Queen making a 25th year run, so it would be nice to see those guys get together and do a song. Like I said, there's been teases from the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza. Would be kind of cool to see them drop something, not an album, like, you know, just a single. Yeah, I want to say there was another band that was teasing a comeback, and I can't think of who it was, and that's quite frustrating. So obviously, Job for a Cowboy came back last year. Yeah, I think that's most of the ones that I wanted to mention. I've managed to remember now, so, and a few extras in there for good measure. This has been a terrible video, so if you made it through the entire rambling brain fart session, I do appreciate you. The next video I will see you guys in is a 6-song roundup, episode 34. So make sure to stick around for that. I barely ever say this, but like, follow, subscribe, share, fucking do what you want. I'm well aware this isn't particularly the greatest content. It's more for my entertainment and just to talk about something I like, which is music, as a consumer. So thank you for sitting around watching this shit. I'll see you in the next video, and remember to stay safe out there, my friends. Goodbye.